All right, we're live at John Boy's Clubhouse, and we have Naga Samurai Goichi in the house. And we're just going to generally be talking about stuff in general. The stuff going on in our cities, the cops, whatever comes up, comes up. So I'd like to welcome on the panel. We got Teacup and Open Your Eyes Peeps up here helping me out. And we got the one and only Naga.
Greetings, namaste.
What's going on, Naga?
Nothing. So this is what I want to do, right? The question if we're going to speak about the racial thing and get it open and get it moving, so I have one hilarious question. So I'm gonna step into the light. So I've been meaning to ask some of my white friends for the longest, and I want everybody to pay attention. I want to know what this face is. What is this like when something happens? All of a sudden, there's this. I want to know. I want to know what that is about. I've never gotten an answer to that. So I need to know what that is. And that is hilarious to me.
Oh shit, I'm not on mute.
I think it's like a pouty face almost, like I just can't believe it, or something. It's I don't know.
So you can't tell me either. Okay. But it seems to have moments. And say know that I'm sorry, go ahead, Pete.
No, go ahead. Sorry, I didn't mean to interrupt. Go ahead.
Now, I was just going to say, I want everybody to understand that I'm inviting this conversation. Everything is acted and said in love. That is all that, that is cared about. Feel free to ask the black guy, whatever it is, and allow me to do the same. Like I said, it will all be in love, and it'll all be, bridge building, to help us, clear up the dumb crap and to get past, and hopefully we can pass this energy on to other people to just have a dialogue and figure it out.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, I hear you, man.
But I am waiting for that answer though.
Okay.
Did it again, and I was on mute.
Go ahead, John Boy. Explain it.
Well, go ahead, Pete. You got anything?
Well, I was gonna say,
Because I know where I stand with it, and I'm probably stand where Naga stands.
Well, no, I was just gonna. No, I'm talking about the face that he said. Is it the face where they kind of roll their lips inside and their eyes get a little wide?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's the one. Like, oops, sorry, I didn't mean to say anything.
That's what it is.
Yeah, it's like kind of like a oh shit factor. You know what I mean?
Oh.
So yeah, that's what that one.
Remember Patty? Like every time, just it's certain things happen. Like, we're not Peppermint Patty, but what was her name? Whatever her name was, that they called a woman who called the police on a little girl selling water. The minute she said, "You're selling without a permit," he made that face. And so every time they make that face, I'm just like, what does that mean?
Yeah. Yeah, that's exactly what that means.
Interesting. So it's an oh shit face. Interesting.
Well, at least from what I've seen when they've done that.
It's
interesting.
It's more like a oh shit, well, what can you do about it kind of face. Because it's like there's nothing to be done. It's the cat's out of the bag.
Okay. That is hilarious. So interesting. So that's a sort of a moment of vulnerability, I guess, or something for them. That's really interesting. I appreciate the explanation. So I thought they were being a smart ass when they was doing it, but I see now it's almost an admission of guilt.
Yeah.
Interesting.
It's it's like the cat that ate the canary. You got a little feather sticking out of that mouth right there.
That's hilarious. That is hilarious. But I do agree, as far as race is concerned, there really is only one human race, and the only thing that truly separates us is the amount of melanin that is shown, and that is only due to how far we were born, or our ancestors were born from, or closer to the equator. It really is that simple.
Yeah.
You couldn't be so right, man.
So, as far as the names go, I think that we were given names. Like I said, you have the dark races, you know, with the Africans and the Negroes and the Moors. Then you also have what you would call your Melanesian people, and those are your Mediterranean so-called people all over. And people don't know it, but there's a strong connection between the people in the Mediterranean over to the people that are Samoan and the indigenous Hawaii people. There's a connection between those people that most people have no idea about. They have the same forefather.
Yep.
Um, so the Phoenicians and the original Phoenicians and the original Greeks, they were, you know, darker, of course. And then we do have what they call the Caucasoid race, and this is everybody from the Europeans to the Russians. But it basically sums down to, for the most part, would be either you were Anglo, you were Mongoloid, or what was the other one? It was Anglo, Mongoloid, or Germanic. And there was a big difference between the Eastern Germanics and the Western Germanics.
Right.
So I love this stuff. Yeah, I think that the more that we learn about each other and shows, I just think it'd be close. But I don't want anyone to be uncomfortable speaking about these things.
I was curious too that have you ever got something like arrested when you were in the school or at work or whatever?
When you say, do I do what?
I mean? Like arrested.
Have you ever been arrested when you're in school or anything?
Oh no. I happened to be one of the hood dudes who just didn't get caught. So I stayed out the way. Everything I did was by myself. I'm just being honest. Everything I did myself was by myself. Plus, my mother would beat the hell out of me. So no, because of her whoopings and spankings, whatever you want to call them, nah, they kept me out of jail. I was okay. Nah, never.
Oh, that's good. That's good.
But the cops have hemmed me up though. You know what I mean? It's just it's really it hadn't happened to me a lot, but there's always this thing about you fit the description and you know, what are you doing over here? What are you doing with that gun? You know, just so you know, it's something. They will just, you know, it happens, especially down here in the South. They will just pull you over because they will follow you until they find a reason to pull you over.
Hey, you know what messes them up?
What's
when
that?
you tell the officer, you have been following me for miles. Then they're like, no, I haven't, because that's a stalking charge. If they follow you over a certain amount of distance, it's considered stalking.
Well, John boy, I respect and understand that, but in truth, and you know, like I do, even though things seem to be changing now, but it would be wise for me not to like try to embarrass a cop or try not. I won't get the same results as other people when I know the law. It doesn't work well for us. It just doesn't.
Nope.
Doesn't work well for us when we know the law. That inflames them even further.
Yeah.
Well, it doesn't work well for me all the time either. I'm just saying, I know my rights and I'll stand up to them.
Right.
Correct.
Well,
but you got to know the right, though. You got to be able to stand on that right like it's a rock. I mean, I have made the actual sheriff of this county get back in this car and leave me alone.
Yeah, that wouldn't fly for me, man. I would just get beaten.
I don't back down. I'm not backing down. I don't care if you think you're the daggum U.S. Marshal and you got a right to talk to me like you do. No, you don't have a right. If I have not done anything wrong, I'm not, you know what I mean? I just stand up for right. No, I'm not going to stand up for anybody doing wrong.
I agree with you,
but that's
John.
Just me. I got to. I'm sorry.
With you know, I agree with you on that. I will stand up too, but the only fact that I'm saying, like I'm sure people see, is nobody's saying they're going for this shit. But when we do, you know, stand up, like we really have to be ready to get with it. It's just the truth. It's just my life like that. I'm not I will not live on my knees to anyone or anything. Whatever the cut comes and go, I stand boldly and say whatever they try to do, I'm not going for any of it. But I just know that for me, it's just not going to end well. But I've made the choice. You know what I'm saying?
Exactly.
I've just made the choice.
So you're saying that you're smart enough to pick your battles, and if you have to fight, you will fight it. Because sometimes they don't let go. They're like OCD on it.
Well, I've been blessed to not have it go so far, because typically, like I said, I don't mind being cooperative or whatever. But outside of that, no, there won't be any false kidnap or just it's just I won't stand for any of that. No, it's gonna be time to do it
All
now.
right.
But fortunately, I've been all right.
Well, let me tell you this. You remember how Millington used to be back in the mid '90s, like '94 through '96?
Oh, Millington, a brother better not skateboard through that Tom Thumb, or there was a problem.
Yeah.
Damn.
Well, I used to live up there during then, and
Mm.
the cops were out in my yard one day. I lived in a close subdivision, and the stepkids were like, "Cops are out in your yard," and I'm like, "What are they doing out there?" So I went outside. I'm like, "What's going on?" And dude said, "Oh, there's a domestic violence." I'm like, "Where?" And the other cop, he come out of nowhere, grabbed my arm, twisted my right hand to his on my left shoulder, and the other cop elbowed me in my eye. Then they slammed me into a pine tree, and then I broke loose, man, because these guys were assaulting me, right? And I tried to take off running. Next thing I know, I got 7 of them tackled me, and then I
Wow.
got thrown in the back of a cop car, right? I'm like, what the hell have I done? I went outside to see what was going on. Now I'm all beat up, and handcuffed in this cop car. Well, I started hollering, and I was like, "What am I doing in here?" And 2 cops come up. One opens up the door. One sticks his arm in with the pepper spray and sprays me like 6 inches from my face, right? And then they shut the door. I'm like, "What in the world?" Well, I sat there and I maneuvered to where I got the handcuffs from behind me to in front of me because I couldn't wipe my face, right? Well, next thing I hear is he's trying to escape. Both back doors come open. They grab me by my feet, grab me by my shoulders. They yanked me out of the car and let me fall into the road. And they hog tied me, threw me back in the back seat, and slammed the door on my head.
Damn, John.
I wound up having to go to the med and everything. And I didn't do anything but walk out my door to see what was going on.
That
And
is
they
ins-
were white and I'm white. So
I'm
it's
kind of
cops are the problem.
Yeah, they are. They are. I'm so sorry that happened
But
to
anyhow, I filed a notarized complaint with the chief of police up there and had to sit there and talk to the detectives. And they twisted it around to where somehow somebody called in that me and my wife were having a fight, and we wasn't. We were getting the kids ready for church, and there's like 5 kids in the house. I mean, they weren't all us. There's like cousins of, what I mean, and neighborhood kids. And we're just telling them, get ready, get your shoes on. And somebody called in, next thing we know, cops are out in the yard. Nothing's going on but getting kids ready for church. And the next thing you know, I'm beat up and going to the med.
Damn, brother.
Mhm. That's crazy, man.
So I've been in police. That ain't the only time, man. That's not the only time I've never done anything and got, done that way by the police. And that's why I just don't understand why they don't protect and serve like they supposed to. They're out for themselves.
Yeah, it's a different
Mhm.
agenda.
But I'll
I,
shut up. This is about you,
no,
Naga. I
it's
just
about
got
all
on
of us.
a rant. I'm sorry.
No, it's all good. It's about all of us. I wanted to ask Teacup though, how are the police where she live? Like what issues do they have? Is it racism where you live?
Um, again, please. What do you mean?
I was saying like are the police really aggressive where you live?
Oh,
Or
if you just
is
have money,
hmm?
yeah. If you just have money, and how can I say, in Thailand, I'm living in Thailand, and we have rules, and we have um something that we cannot do, but the police, they are not that strict. They always allow that to, how can I say, if I get a ticket,
Look the other way.
yeah, if we get the ticket, and some people, somebody just give the police the money, and then they can go.
Wow.
And even, yeah, but it's kind
So
of corruption
the
too
ticket
much.
goes away and the po goes away.
Yeah. But not every time that you can do that. But when the police they accept something like that, then the people keep doing it because they know that police gonna accept that money and just let them go. So even if you get the ticket cost is not that expensive. So the people still um do something wrong from the rules that we have set up. So yeah.
Interesting. So tell me one
If
other thing.
So it's
Is there oh, go ahead, John Boy.
but
no. Go ahead.
go
Go
ahead.
ahead.
I was going to ask her, like, so is there racism or colorism that you experience, between, like, citizens and police, or where you live?
Not at all. Not
Interesting.
at
Okay.
all. Yeah.
Well, what's
But
your
I asked
racial
you.
mix over there, Teacup?
Pardon?
I
No,
mean,
go ahead.
where you're at, is your population majority Thailand, or is there any white people over there, or anything, or any other nationalities?
We have every nationalities here, but how can I say 90% is absolutely Thai people. We have Chinese, Thai. I mean, half Chinese, half Thai a lot, and Muslim a lot by the south of Thailand. But and we even have a small war by the Muslim area. But how can I say we can stay together like peaceful. Actually, we don't have that racist or against anyone that because our king he allowed all the people can come into Thailand to have job or to have places to stay whatever.
Did you
So
say
yeah,
king?
Kind of like,
yes, we have a king.
Interesting.
We've been how can I say we not like United States and have prime minister, but in Thailand we have both. So the king is the biggest one to manage to organize everything of our country, not about politics, but he they worked for the country, but they are not going to involve to the politics. The prime minister gonna work for any government departments. Yeah, they separated to working on our country.
Interesting.
wow.
Yeah.
Wow. Didn't expect that.
Yeah.
You never ever know. You never ever know what's
True.
going on in other places.
I just
You never
But
know.
real quick, just wanted to welcome
yeah.
some people. I don't know if they're still all up in here. Um, she knew too much. She came in. Just went was in here or is in
Yeah.
here. Applesauce. Um, she knew too much. She just said that there was a shooting in Mississippi, New Haven, Mississippi, right now, and I just looked
Oh,
that up.
South
And,
South Haven. South Haven. That's
oh,
the
yeah, sorry, yeah, South Haven.
that's the first city. If you're going to leave out of Memphis, that's literally the first city that you get into going into Mississippi. And I'm telling you, I want hopscotch through South Haven, Mississippi. It's
Wow,
ridiculous even to this
Oh,
day.
wow. Well, there
man,
was four people
I
shot.
go through
Two of them
all those places. Naga.
That's you, sir.
Man,
Wow.
I'm out in your hood too,
I get
man.
pulled over
I'm
every time.
everywhere.
I get pulled over every time I go to South Haven. I'm talking about I was on my way to court to South Haven and I got pulled over. Like
Wow.
every time I go to South Haven, I get pulled over. No.
Damn.
You know what? You gotta stop. You gotta not stop for them. Keep going.
What?
Don't pull over. You didn't do
What?
nothing wrong.
Okay.
Yeah. Well, there was four people that were shot, including a police officer. police officers is that he's fine. He got shot in the vest, and the shooter was shot by the South Haven police officer, and there was an employee that got killed also.
Please tell me that the shooter was not black.
I don't. It's not saying right now. The only thing it's saying is that the shooter is a former employee who worked at the Walmart for 25 years before recently being fired. But that has yet to be confirmed. They're saying.
If he's been working there that long, I'm just being honest. In South Haven, that's probably not. Well, we'll see. The only reason I'm saying it because everything that happens near the Mississippi border, if it does involve a black person, they really turn up the heat on black people down there. And I'm not trying to, keep, but I need everybody to understand that Mississippi just abolished slavery in 1995. I don't know if y'all knew that.
No, I didn't know that.
They just officially abolished slavery because they made a small spectacle about it, and they didn't even tell the people about it. The only reason we found out about it is if you go and read, their laws, or we found out because when we were protesting the General E. Lee statues here, General Robert E. Lee and Nathan Bedford Forrest, they got these cats' bodies over here in city parks, over here in Memphis, whatever, what they did. And so when they came about, Mississippi wanted to get the statue, they wanted to purchase them, so forth and so on. And then that's when all the information came out. Like I said, you can go and read it. They literally just abolished slavery back in 1995. But then they haven't abolished their red line codes. They haven't abolished their Jim Crow laws. Every state had a different Jim Crow law. They have not abolished theirs yet. I mean, it's still on their book. So I'm not joking with y'all. They just abolished slavery, straight up in 95. But their Jim Crow laws in particular, they still stand because they're not as harsh, but the consequences will be worse. So look this shit up for yourself. So no, y'all had Mississippi.
Yeah, I didn't even know that, man.
I promise you, look it up. I won't lie to you about that. 95, brother.
That is insane.
Slavery just became illegal in Mississippi in 1995.
Wow, that's crazy.
So I didn't mean to ramble off like that, but I just wanted you to understand, like my whole thing about Mississippi. No, in the red line, and you can clearly see it. I guarantee you, they have redlined and zoned off the hood over there in South Memphis, just like they do everywhere else. The expressway runs on one side of a train track and goes the whole hood, and all the black folks over there live. And it's nice. Don't get me wrong, it's nice, but they all live in one area over there. I'm so for real.
Well, yeah, it just says that the 2 Walmart employees were killed, and the officer was shot, and the officer killed the shooter.
That's crazy. Stuff like that barely happens in South Haven. Do you see what I'm saying? Like that doesn't happen. So
crazy.
Wow.
Shoot, we had a girl up here in Henderson.
Hendersonville.
I guess a year ago. She got Henderson, Tennessee, out here by me.
Okay,
south of Jackson.
Yeah, I know you're talking about.
Freed Hardeman University is right there. But this girl got mad at this other girl because her boyfriend or something, and she went out to her car, got a gun, come back in and shot that girl a couple of times because I know the girl that got shot. She lives right behind me.
Whoa.
Damn.
Yeah, but that was black on black. I mean, it wasn't no racial there. This was kind of weird. But Naga, you remember that deal that happened on the Mississippi-Tennessee line where that dude burned up that girl in that car? Didn't that happen on the Tennessee-Mississippi line? Down on like Shelby Drive or something?
I don't know. I can't recall what you speak of right now. I don't know about that right now.
It happened a few years ago, man. They found this girl in a burning vehicle and come to find out her boyfriend did it.
No, I don't recall that. Right, but it don't.
Okay. Man, surely that can't be local news.
Is that what in South Haven? Or
I don't know. It was in this area. I think it was South Haven.
Well, if something happened in Jackson, Memphis would come down there.
Well, check this out. That's like Jackson, man. They find dead bodies on the road that goes to the city dump all the time.
What?
But that stuff don't really make the national news or anything. I mean, and check this out. This is what trips me out. On the news, they were saying Jackson has the lowest crime rate in the state. And then their next topic was how they need to build a bigger jail to house the inmates. I'm like, wait a minute. You just said
Wow.
you had the lowest crime rate, but yet you need to build a bigger jail. You know, what's up?
It would probably be to a
And
sense.
now, hey, the sheriff up here of Madison County is now suing. I'll get it out in a minute. The sheriff up here is suing the county because they didn't give him the $25 million he wanted in his budget, and he wants that money bad. So he's suing the town of Jacksonport or the county of Jacksonport. And basically, like they explained it, he's suing the people of the county for $25 million. They want that new jail bad, man. These cops up here are crazy. I mean, it's like they've got this SWAT team attitude all the time. You're a suspect.
Well, some people just aren't safe at all, man. I'm just, like I said, it's just what's happening with the cops, and to me, it is just more proof of an overall spiritual war that is happening, because when you look at it, you know, now all of us are being enslaved, and I wanted to let people know I understand everybody's struggle. When I really research history, I find out that nearly everyone on this planet has experienced some type of slavery, like almost every nationality, except for the Moors. I don't ever remember hearing Moors being slaves, but outside of the Moors, everybody, white folk, Asian folk, everybody has been slave, unfortunately. And I just hope
We
that
are slaves now.
exactly, that's why I say we're all slaves and oppressed by the elite now. And then they just have their little tributary
Money
war
is our master.
Yeah, so we're all slaves right now. So, you know, and they have their tributaries that help keep us divided. Like I said, with the so-called race war, for a minute I thought it was really about to happen. But I see that a higher power is really keeping its hands on this and not allowing that to happen. I really see that happening right now. And like I said, I see that racism really is not as prevalent as people, you know, make it out to be. You know, prejudice is what it is, but there's a difference between prejudice and racism. You actually have to be able to determine somebody's life with racism. That's why I say cops can truly be racist, because they can kill a nigga and ain't nothing said or done about it.
Exactly.
So, but other
they got
than that,
buddies
you know,
to help cover it up.
yeah, and that's why I say, so the average white person, I don't even think they're prejudiced. As I've said before, I think that the plight that's going on with black people and white people, I really think that the average white person doesn't give a shit, and that's not a good thing. That's not a good thing. What'd you say? What'd you say?
How about this? They're not prejudiced; they're programmed.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. And that's why I say I don't think they give a shit. I don't the plight, and I get it. The plight of what is happening to the so-called black man and black woman is really not their business or their fault. It is just a small group of people using crafty counsel to really mess over other people. And that's why I say that the average so-called white person doesn't have anything to do with that. They really, really don't. And that's why I accept it. Like I said, I don't think they know what the hell is going on with us. It just is not, you know, stuff that's going on. And plus, white folk, y'all got y'all problems too. So just understand that you're talking to somebody who understands it from all sides. So I'm done rambling.
Oh, keep on. No, I know what you mean. But you know what? Some of my best friends are black.
John Boy. It's funny.
They will go above and beyond the call of being a friend to help a person out. And I'll do the same too, you know what I mean? But I mean, I can't find white people to do that.
I'm your friend. I'm black, so it's all good, brother. I'm so for real about that. And I think Teacup was about to say something too. I would have loved to hear what she had to say.
Yeah.
What? I didn't say anything. I said
I'm experiencing
we are
audio
listening
issues.
to
I'm
keep
sorry.
going. Yeah.
Oh, I thought
I
you getting
just
ready to
had a
say
little
something.
glitch. I had a little glitch come in
Okay.
here, and then I messed with my audio, and my string blacked out and come back and stuff. But I'm gonna be quiet for a minute.
But like I said, this conversation that I wanted to have, I really wanted it to be a very interactive conversation. And but like I said, I don't want anybody to feel uncomfortable or anything. And if this subject is pretty much going to just luster out, then we can talk about life path numbers. We can talk about anything. Cause I'm gonna have to go to bed on you all soon. I gotta wake up and teach class and then get back to my regular scheduled job. And this is the last day of Hangouts, is it not? Hello?
Yes.
Oh yeah, sorry, yeah.
No, I was
Um,
saying it's like the last day for not for Hangouts and all that stuff.
yeah, I think so, right? Yeah, today I think is the last day.
Hmm.
What?
Yeah, I think today
So
is the last day for
it's
Hangouts.
it's not it's not in October. It's now, like
Yeah,
today.
yeah, I think they were saying like August 1st. I don't know, remember where we got the date from, but
Yeah.
which is
But I
crazy.
think we got the group in YouTube chat already, isn't it? I think Mr. President added me to um on YouTube chat.
Wait, what?
YouTube chat. We can have a group in YouTube chat, but it's not like Hangouts. It's
Right.
just the place that we can talk.
Oh yeah, yeah, yeah. I know what you mean. Like
Yeah.
where
I
the
think we have.
category, yeah, for the
Yeah.
friends category.
I think we already have group because John Boy just added me in
Oh,
today or
okay.
yesterday something.
Oh,
But whatever, just let's see because as we know, they just only rebranding it, not they're gonna have something new one that similar to Hangouts.
Okay.
So let's
yeah.
see.
Oh, peeps.
Yes,
Will
sir.
you find out if anybody out there has, if I'm not mistaken, I believe John Boy said that he put the formula on how to do the life path number in the description of something that he said. And if anybody, wants to talk about it or anything before I get out of here. And I was going to ask Teacup, did you figure out your life path number?
What
Yeah, I
is
don't
that?
see.
I
What
thought
is
she,
that?
You know,
we can hear you, John Boy.
I had it in a description on something, but I don't know where it went.
Oh,
I
okay.
think I deleted the because it was kind of like I was doing a live ad for the show coming up,
Mm-hmm.
and I had it in that description. Then I put it in the other description, and then man, I did not go to bed the night before last because I was supposed to have Apocalypse come on, and I don't know. I think he went live streaming and fell asleep, and
Wow.
then the storm hit you and everything last night,
Yeah, I
so
don't
I
know.
caught up on my.
I didn't know that was in the forecast. I had no clue.
I didn't either.
I mean, it literally, I heard a boom of thunder. The next thing I know, there was a storm upon me. And of course, it weirdly, once again, came from the south. The storm came straight from the south. And then, if I'm not mistaken,
Yeah,
it took
yeah.
a
What?
look and came east towards you.
Hmm, that's crazy.
Yeah, we've been having storms come from the south. I mean, that's, here where I live in the Great Plains, most of the
Yeah,
storms will come from the west. They're across the Mississippi, probably lose a little bit of steam. And that's the one reason why we don't have many tornadoes, fortunately, because they lose steam crossing over that small river. But they'll come across the river from the west and kick our butt just a little bit, then they'll jump. And by the time they get to just outside of Whiteville, which is even further east than John Boy, they'll start tearing up crap again.
No, I'm east of Whiteville.
You east of Whiteville? Okay, I didn't know that.
Yeah. I'm in between Whiteville and the Tennessee River.
Oh, so you're a little bit further east than I thought. Okay.
Yeah, just go straight down 100. You'll go past me. You know what I'm talking about? You get in Whiteville, hit the 100 and follow it straight, and it'll take you right to me.
I never knew that. To me, that's like a Mandela effect. To me, in the old world, Jackson was closer than Whiteville. And that's something I hate we didn't get a chance to talk about too, was the Mandela effect. Because I don't know if many people are
But
familiar
yeah, those
with
stories
it.
more.
Say it again.
The ground rain is weird because I put a video all sorts. I think I'm having computer glitches, y'all.
It's glitching. It really is.
All right, I'm gonna let y'all talk. I'm having something's going on with this computer. Man, I hate the daggum Hangouts is gonna end Wednesday night.
Oh, Wednesday. Okay.
Hey, you know what? You know, back in the day, when Memphis was, let's see, when they were building the pyramid, me and a buddy of mine went down there, and we sat there and walked down there. Look, they still had dirt in the bottom of the pyramid floor. They were digging that stuff out, and somebody stopped and asked us who were we, and we sat there and told them we were some sort of like I forgot what we said. We made up a name, something like Ground Foundation people. And they're like, oh, okay. And we just walked around and checked it out. You can't do that kind of stuff anymore. And also the Cook Convention Center. I remember when they dug out inside that floor when they were building that. I was in there before.
Wow. Okay.
I've been on top of the federal building in Memphis because we had what storm was that to come through? And it had a membrane roof, and it made the membrane stretch up in the air, and all the corkboard under it lifted up. And when the membrane came back down, none of it was flat.
Wow.
But let me tell you, that federal building had some of the most expensive bathrooms I've ever seen in my life.
Yeah, marble, and all type of stuff in there.
Yeah, you've seen it before?
I've had to go to the federal building, unfortunately.
Man, that's some crazy. I mean, it looks like a daggum Donald Trump bathroom.
It does. It's the only thing that's missing is that it's not a bidet.
Yeah,
It's really fancy in there.
man, I ain't lying.
High grade porcelain.
It was nice. It was, man. I would have lived in that. I mean, clean. I mean, it was just, man. It was like something you'd see in The Rich and the Famous.
I remember that show. Well, John Boy, this is what I want to do, and to peeps as well. I hate to cut it out, but like I'm actually sitting here nodding, and I don't.
Okay.
So what I say is, since this thing it will be ending soon, I just connect with you later, just to see what's going on. Maybe we could do an impromptu live or something before I go to work, or even while I'm there. But right now, I don't want to be rude. Like, I am really, really sleepy. Like I said, I had to fight a flu last night. With one of the residents started unintentionally. So.
No, that's cool, man. I just asked anybody in chat if they wanted to know their life path number.
They showing up and
but
no one responded.
Yeah, nobody.
Well, he needs to go to bed. It'll be all right.
Well, it's all good.
We'll get. Hey, look. When do you want to do something again? When you want to do live numbers real quick, and I'll sit there and make a upcoming event, and I'll put the directions back in the description, and that way we just go straight to that. I can schedule it for a week from now. That way, when you're ready to go live, I can just go ahead and go to it, and it'll go live.
Yeah, but how are you going to go live if you? Oh, you can go live on your computer. That's right. Oh, but
right.
how are you going to get him on the panel?
Who? Naga?
Yeah.
All he's got to do is hang out with me and tell me he's ready to
Hangouts will be gone
do
though,
it
won't it?
live.
Yeah, but Hangouts
Huh?
is gone.
Hangouts will be gone.
I thought you were talking about later today or something.
Oh
Oh,
yeah,
oh,
yeah.
you know,
So
you
like
said like
I
a
don't
week.
know what time it'll be, but more than likely I probably end up doing it when I either a little bit before I go to work or while I'm at work or whatever. Because it's typically
Okay.
on these nights. Plus most of the residents have their money, so nobody's arguing and fighting, everybody's happy.
Gotcha.
So what I'm saying is, if you feel like you got enough time to do something before you go to work or when you're at work, just contact me on the Hangouts chat. Like we've been doing,
Definitely.
and then
And
I'll
we
tell you. All right, I'll get the live up.
okay.
And
Yeah, we'll make it work.
yeah.
Go ahead, Tico. I'm sorry.
Sorry, you guys can try StreamYard. It's not that too complicated. It's so easy one to go live. I mean,
Samurai, that's from me. It's an
Okay,
application that we
StreamYard.
made earlier.
Yeah.
got you.
Just look it out.
That wasn't live, by the way, but I know what you're talking about, peeps.
Okay.
Well, look, I love you all. I truly do, but I'm like I said, I am really, really sleepy.
No, it's
So
good, brother, man.
All right.
It's all good.
and
Keep
we'll
it
connect.
Well, I
Later.
appreciate you.
All right, namaste, y'all.
All right, brother. Peace. Much love, man.
Peace, peace.
See you later.
Much love, y'all.
Thank you, Naga. All right, y'all. I'm fixing to go ahead, and I appreciate opening your eyes, peeps, and Teacup being up here on the panel. And I appreciate everybody out here in the chat. She knew too much. Applesauce just winded. I don't know if I've missed anybody because I forgot to tell people about the top chat again. Be sure when you're in the chat room to look up there and select live chat if you want to see everybody's comments.
Well, even in
Because
top
for
chat,
some
you can
reason, we're putting. No, I'm over here hearing people talk to other people, and I'm like, I don't see them in chat, and then I'll hit live chat and I can see them. So
Oh, that's weird.
yeah, top chat is only showing the top chatters. Live chat shows any chat made.
Oh,
See what I'm
okay.
saying?
Gotcha.
Yeah.
All right.
And
Yeah.
they could set that algorithm from way to where it'd be the opposite. I'd rather have live chat show up first and then select if you don't want to, But anyhow, I'm gonna end this live right now. So
Okay.
I want to thank everybody for showing up, and remember, John Boy for president, make America redneck again.